Yo, what is going on, guys? I'm Mac here, back for another video. And if you're familiar with Fortnite, if you've been playing it for a couple of seasons, you know that every update, Epic will release patch notes onto their website. There'll be videos covering the patch notes, and you'll know exactly what they've done in the updates. But with Chapter 2 here, it's been 5 weeks into Chapter 2 now, and there have been no single patch notes released, even though we've had a load of changes. We've had the Harpoon gun added, for example, and no changes. So in this video, we're going to be talking about why Epic isn't releasing the patch notes for the updates. So players are pretty mad, especially content creators, with Epic not releasing the patch notes, because things like the coin flip wall retake, where players have a 50-50 shot of taking a wall, appear to be out of the game with no warning. Was this intended or a bug? We don't know, we just really want to know. And the real surprise, the lack of announcements surrounding the Harpoon gun. We saw it leaked by data miners, but no announcement of when it was coming to the game or what it would do, which is crazy. There wasn't even any downtime for the update when the Harpoon gun came. Maybe they added it right at the start of Chapter 2 and just, they obviously didn't hide it because data miners found it, but they could have added it right at the start and just had to flick a switch to add it to the game, if you know what I mean, which is crazy. And these are just some of the examples of the downside of Epic's lack of communication and with Fortnite patch notes. There has to be a reason, and we just want an answer, we just want to know, and it'd be really good for Epic to release the patch notes so we wouldn't have to be wondering each week or each time they have an update, what's new to the game. Do we just have to find it for ourselves every time? What's exactly new? We want to know. So now I'm just going to go through a couple of theories of why people believe Epic actually aren't releasing the patch notes. And, they obviously have reasoning behind not releasing them, but this is just some of the theories that are coming. So the first one is exploration and new discovery. This one's like for discovering new things for people to find out. If you're always, how you have, if you read the patch notes or you don't, let me know down below if you used to read them or didn't. But for me, I always had the friends who didn't read the patch notes, and then they would open the chest and be like, whoa, this got added to the game. What, I didn't even know. I'd be like, yeah, bro, it was in the latest patch notes. Didn't you read it? And they'd be like, nah, do you have that friend? Personally, I do. And yeah, you'll have to tell them, yeah, that's in the game. And then a bunch of other stuff will happen. And you'll be like, yeah, that was in the game. That got added a couple of weeks ago. You should have seen the patch notes. And this actually brings hype to the game. They're like, bro, just found this new gun. And it's cool. They're excited for it. And that's exactly what Fortnite wants. That could be one of the reasons why they're not releasing the patch notes, to get players more hyped when they find something new in game, just like the Harpoon gun. The first guy that found it was hyped, obviously, crazy. It was a voice crack, but they were crazy. What do you mean? Why is this in the game? I didn't even know. So that could be one reason why they're doing it. Another reason is increasing engagement. Because if they release the patch notes every week with their new update, people are just gonna know that day there'll be a lot of talk of Fortnite and a lot of hype. All these new changes, people will be hyped and talking about it. But then that'll disappear until the next week when the next update comes. Oh, that was another voice crack, dude. What is going on today? Let's just move past that. But when they're doing this, everyone knows what's going on. Everyone knows, for the one day when the patch, a couple of hours when the patch is out, everyone's hyped and talking about all the new stuff. But if they don't release the patch notes, it increases engagement because people are constantly talking about changes that could have happened in the last update. The Harpoon gun, that got so much hype in the community because no one knew it actually got added. And that's just one reason why, get more engagement, get more people talking about Fortnite, which I think is really smart. As you know, with Chapter 2, there's a lot of bugs, especially on console. I made a whole video covering all the bugs on console if you want to check that out. It might be linked as an icon on the top right-hand screen. If it's not, it'll be somewhere on my channel. Just check it out. But, this season they could be focusing on just fixing all the changes before adding new stuff, and they don't want to do patch notes because there's nothing too much exciting. Within 5 weeks of the chapter, only one new thing was added, which is the Harpoon gun. So I think this is the most likely reason, also the engagement one, but this one as well. It's because they just are focusing on making bug fixes, so it's not really that exciting. The patch notes aren't exciting, if you know what I mean. So they don't really want to release them. There's not really any point, and they'd rather have that more engagement than releasing boring patch notes. Yeah, I think this is the most likely reason. Tell me which one you guys think is the most likely down below. And the final theory going around is the plotline of Fortnite. Okay, so how Fortnite went into a black hole for 48 hours, no one could play the game, it was crazy. And do you know how much hype they built on the internet? At that point in time, Fortnite was more talked about than it ever had been in the whole entire existence. Even when it was the most popular game in the whole world, when everyone was playing it, when it went into a black hole, more people were talking about it than that. It was absolutely crazy. It was perfect for Fortnite, exactly what they wanted. Bringing light back onto their somewhat dying game because of Minecraft. Now they're back on top of Minecraft, which is great because I don't really like Minecraft. But this could be the reason. They've seen this, they've seen all the good stuff that's happened because of the black hole, and they're like, maybe if we keep people in secret, keep the updates in the private, keep them in the dark, people won't know, and it'll build more hype to the game. And it'll just work like the black hole. People don't know what's happening, so they want to play, try to find out what's happening. And I reckon this works as well. But as I said, the two things I think is because more engagement and because they're just trying to focus on fixing bugs with this season, then move on to adding more stuff next season. Yeah, as I said, let me know down below what you guys think is the reason they're not putting the patch notes. That's crazy. Personally, I would like the patch notes back, but I do see, like, if one of these reasons is actually it, I do see why they're not doing it, and it's pretty smart by their part. But yeah, if you guys did enjoy the video, make sure to drop a like and subscribe to the channel. Also, follow me on Twitter and Instagram at IMAX Studios, and thank you so much for watching.